Number 1. This 1992 GMC 1500 regular cab short bed pickup represents the kind of classic early 1990s American truck that countless owners grew up seeing on work sites, in driveways, and on the road. And even though this particular unit is being sold as a project, it still carries the unmistakable appeal of an OBS GMC that refuses to disappear from the landscape of American pickups. Finished in a clean, somewhat faded white exterior paired with an aged but still serviceable blue interior, the truck reflects the straightforward, durable styling philosophy that GMC embraced during that era, prioritizing solid metalwork, simple lines, and components built to be repaired rather than replaced. With around 270,000 miles behind it, this truck has certainly lived a long and active life, likely serving previous owners through years of commuting, hauling materials, towing loads, and enduring the kind of daily usage that only older American trucks seem able to withstand without giving up completely. It features an automatic transmission mated to a gasoline engine, a combination known for its simplicity, ease of maintenance, and widespread availability of parts. However, the seller is very transparent that the truck needs work, and this is not a ready-to-drive pickup. Far from it. It runs and drives in the most basic sense, but it smokes heavily and has mechanical concerns serious enough that the seller insists it must be towed rather than driven away. This kind of smoking issue could stem from worn piston rings, valve seals, head gasket problems, or a deeply tired engine that has given everything it could over the decades. And anyone experienced with high-mileage OBS GM trucks knows that such repairs can vary from relatively straightforward to extensive, depending on the root cause. The seller originally purchased this truck with the intention of fixing it up, perhaps restoring it into a dependable daily driver or turning it into a weekend project. But like many enthusiasts, life obligations and time constraints got in the way, leaving the truck sitting long enough that the seller has now decided it is better to pass it on to someone else who actually has the availability to work on it. Even in its worn state, the truck offers value to the right person. OBS GMC and Chevrolet pickups from the late 1980s through the mid-1990s have grown increasingly popular among both hobbyist mechanics and collectors thanks to their mechanical simplicity, boxy aesthetics that are now considered vintage rather than outdated, and the abundance of aftermarket support that makes it easy to find replacement parts, whether new, used, remanufactured, or upgraded. This platform is widely recognized for having engines, transmissions, and frames that can withstand far more stress than many modern vehicles. And for people who enjoy building something with their own hands, a truck like this can be an incredibly rewarding project. Its short bed configuration adds another layer of appeal, as short bed OBS trucks command particular interest in the restoration and custom truck communities due to their proportions, handling characteristics, and suitability for performance builds or lowered street truck conversions. The blue interior, while not described in detail, likely reflects the classic molded dashboard, bench seat, and simple GMC gauge cluster typical of the era. Even if the interior is worn, components such as seats, door panels, gauges, and trim pieces are still fairly easy to source, and many enthusiasts appreciate how user-friendly these interiors are to repair or refresh. The truck's exterior, also not deeply described by the seller, is probably in the kind of cosmetic condition one would expect from a 1992 work truck. Some dents, sun fading, scratches, possibly a few rust spots typical of age, but likely nothing so severe that a committed buyer couldn't restore it to a much more presentable condition. Trucks like this often show we're consistent with long-term use, but that we're also tells a story of a vehicle that has served its owners reliably over 3 decades. The seller emphasizes repeatedly that this is a project, not a turnkey driver, meaning any potential buyer should approach it with realistic expectations and mechanical curiosity. Whether the intention is to rebuild the engine, swap in a replacement powertrain, refresh the suspension, restore the interior, or simply part out for valuable components, the truck offers multiple potential paths, depending on the buyer's goals. Many people purchase older GMC/Chevy trucks like this to use as donor vehicles for more ambitious builds, salvaging the frame, cab, or drivetrain components for use in restorations or custom projects. Others may want to bring this truck back to life on a budget, using it as a dependable shop truck or farm vehicle once repairs are completed. The seller's mention of the truck smoking heavily suggests that the engine is the primary issue, but even replacing the engine entirely with a rebuilt or junkyard unit is a relatively accessible project thanks to the simple layout and engine-bay space of early 90s GMC pickups. For someone with basic tools, mechanical knowledge, and patience, this truck could become a rewarding long-term project that results in a dependable and character-filled daily driver. The fact that the seller has a blue title in hand is another valuable point, ensuring that the transfer process will be straightforward and that the truck's legal status is clear. In Texas, where older trucks are plentiful but not always properly titled, having a clean and accessible title is a major benefit. Priced at just $1,800, the truck is positioned as a budget-friendly entry point for anyone wanting a classic pickup, whether for restoration, customization, or parts. Considering the rising interest in the OBS platform, even project trucks like this one are often grabbed quickly by people who understand their long-term potential. Ultimately, this 1992 GMC 1500 may not be ready to hit the road today, but it represents a solid and honest foundation for someone who appreciates old GMC pickups and wants a truck that can be revived, rebuilt, or repurposed in whichever direction the next owner chooses. For the right buyer, someone patient, mechanically inclined, and motivated, this aging white and blue GMC could become far more than just a smoking project truck. It could become a restored daily driver, a customized showpiece, a reliable work truck, or simply a valuable collection of parts that continues to contribute to the OBS community for years to come. Number 2. This 2002 Ford F-150 Super Crew cab short bed 4-door pickup truck, offered for $7,000 in Rockwall, Texas, represents one of the most iconic eras of Ford's best-selling full-size pickups. And even though this example sits comfortably within the early 2000 generation, it still carries the unmistakable durability, practicality, and hardworking nature that the F-Series lineup has always been known for. Wearing a blue exterior and a clean gray interior, the truck has accumulated approximately 125,684 miles. Relatively low for a 2-decade-old pickup and a strong indicator that it may have lived a gentler life than many trucks of its era, which were typically used heavily for work, commuting, hauling, and towing. Powered by Ford's well-regarded 4.6-liter SOC V8 engine, part of the modular V8 family known for its longevity and predictable maintenance needs, this truck delivers dependable performance for everything from highway driving to moderate towing tasks. Paired with an automatic transmission, the powertrain provides a smooth, steady driving experience that has made this engine-transmission combination a favorite among owners who value consistency over complexity. The seller notes that the truck carries a clean title with no accidents, an increasingly rare quality in older trucks and a major selling point for those who prioritize structural integrity, frame condition, and a trustworthy vehicle history. The Super Crew cab configuration gives this truck a spacious interior with 4 full-size doors and generous seating space, making it suitable not only for work, but also for families, small business owners, or individuals who simply need a comfortable daily driver that also happens to offer truck capability. Ford's early 2000s interiors were designed with functionality in mind. Durable materials, straightforward controls, clear instrumentation, and seating that supports long drives without unnecessary complications. The seller emphasizes that the interior is very clean, a detail that suggests the truck has been reasonably well cared for and not subjected to the kind of heavy wear typical of commercial use. The exterior color, a deep blue, complements the clean lines of the body design, which balances ruggedness with a softened, more modern profile compared to earlier boxier generations. Trucks from this era often show paint fading, scratches, or dents due to years of hard usage, but the seller's brief description implies a vehicle that is held up well cosmetically. A bed liner is installed in the truck, which is a significant bonus for anyone planning to carry tools, equipment, furniture, landscaping materials, or recreational gear. Bed liners protect the metal bed from scratches, corrosion, and dents, issues that plague many older trucks whose beds were never properly protected. Additionally, A tow hitch is included, expanding the truck's utility even further by allowing it to tow small trailers, boats, campers, utility haulers, or other equipment. Even if the buyer does not currently have towing needs, the presence of a hitch is a valuable feature that contributes to the truck's overall versatility. The Ford F-150 platform is widely recognized for its towing reliability, especially when equipped with the 4.6-liter V8, which, while not the most powerful engine available that year, offers a predictable and controlled towing experience due to its smooth torque curve and robust construction. The seller notes, "no holds," meaning they prefer not to wait on prospective buyers who are uncertain or indecisive. This suggests the truck is priced fairly and likely to attract interest quickly, especially considering the rising market value of used trucks, particularly those with clean titles, lower mileage, and strong mechanical reputations. Older F-150s remain in high demand because of their combination of mechanical simplicity and durability. While modern trucks have become increasingly complex with advanced electronics, turbocharged engines, and intricate driver assistance systems, early 2000s models offer a more straightforward experience that many buyers actively seek. Something dependable, easy to work on, and free from unnecessary technological complications. Given its mileage, condition, accident-free history, and equipment, this truck could serve a variety of buyers. Someone needing a dependable work truck for a small construction business, a family looking for an affordable and spacious daily vehicle with hauling capability, or even an enthusiast who appreciates the heritage and reliability of the early 2000s Ford lineup. Trucks from this era can easily surpass 250,000 to 300,000 miles with basic maintenance. And many owners report that the 4.6-liter engine is capable of even more when well cared for, making this F-150 a long-term investment for someone willing to keep up with routine upkeep. Rockwall, Texas, is a region where trucks remain a staple of everyday life, used for everything from personal transportation to ranch work, towing, and weekend trips. As such, vehicles in this area are often chosen based on durability, reliability, and practicality rather than superficial trends, which adds confidence to the idea that this F-150 has likely been used for practical purposes rather than abused. The climate in Texas also helps preserve vehicles better than states where road salt or harsh winters accelerate rust and corrosion, making this truck an even more attractive prospect for buyers worried about long-term structural health. Overall, this 2002 Ford F-150 Supercrew cab short bed offers a compelling combination of space, utility, reliability, and cleanliness at a reasonable price point. It stands out as a well-maintained, accident-free pickup that remains entirely capable of serving as a daily driver, work companion, or versatile all-purpose vehicle. With its powerful yet manageable 4.6-liter V8 engine, spacious cabin, protective bed liner, tow hitch, clean interior, low mileage for its age, and a clean title to provide peace of mind, this truck represents a strong value for anyone seeking a classic early 2000s Ford pickup that still has many years and miles left to offer. Number 3. This 1996 Ford F-250 Crew Cab short bed pickup, listed for $8,500 OBO in Friendswood, Texas, represents the kind of heavy-duty American truck that has earned a legendary reputation for strength, longevity, and work-ready endurance. And even with nearly 398,000 miles on the odometer, it continues to embody everything that made mid-1990s Ford diesel trucks a fixture on job sites, ranches, and highways across the country. Finished in blue with a gray interior, the truck carries the unmistakable squared-off, muscular stance that defined Ford's pre-Super Duty design language. Robust, unpretentious, and built with thick steel, simple mechanics, and a frame engineered to last decades. The seller notes that the truck still runs good and has been well maintained, which is particularly significant for a diesel engine of this era. Trucks like this were often built around Ford's famously durable engines, known for surviving extraordinary mileage when cared for properly. Whether the truck is powered by the 7.3L Power Stroke, one of the most celebrated diesel engines ever produced, or a naturally aspirated IDI diesel, the reliability of these engines is well documented, with many pushing past 400,000, 500,000, and sometimes even 700,000 miles under owners who keep up with regular maintenance. The seller mentions that the AIC needs to be charged, an extremely common issue in older Texas trucks where air conditioning is used heavily and components simply age over time. Fortunately, a C recharge or basic repair on a truck of this era is typically inexpensive and straightforward, with easily accessible components thanks to the spacious engine bay and simple layout. The crew cab configuration adds immense practicality, offering seating for up to 6 passengers with a kind of roomy interior that makes this truck not only a workhorse, but also a comfortable daily driver or family vehicle for those who appreciate old-school heavy-duty capability. This design was especially beloved in the 1990s because it blended comfort with rugged functionality, lacking modern fragility and overly digital interfaces. Instead, buyers get big, durable seats, thick plastic trim, analog gauges, and a cabin layout built for long hours on the road. Trucks of this era often show interior wear, but they also tend to hold up extremely well due to robust materials designed for real-world use. The short bed is ideal for those who want maneuverability without sacrificing cargo space, making the truck easier to park, easier to handle, and more versatile in mixed driving environments. The seller openly invites buyers to make an offer, encouraging reasonable negotiations. This kind of flexibility is common with older trucks, especially ones with such high mileage, but the seller's confidence in the truck's running condition suggests it has plenty of life left. Diesel engines of this generation are well known for their longevity when maintained properly, and a phrase "well-maintained" is a strong indicator that this truck likely received routine oil changes, coolant flushes, fuel system care, and attention to the kinds of mechanical details that keep older diesel engines thriving long past the mileage that would retire a typical gasoline powertrain. Heavy-duty trucks from the mid-1990s have recently experienced a surge in popularity due to their mechanical simplicity, resistance to electronic failure, and their ability to perform real work without the delicate complexity of modern emission systems. Enthusiasts, ranchers, construction workers, and even collectors often prefer trucks like this because they offer a level of reliability and hands-on serviceability that newer models struggle to match. In addition, the 1996 F-250 represents the final years before Ford unveiled its Super Duty lineup, marking this generation as a symbolic bridge between classic heavy-duty design and more modern engineering. As a result, trucks from this era hold strong nostalgic and practical value. Given its age and mileage, the truck has likely seen long highway drives, towing loads, and possibly years of work use. But the fact that it still runs well is a testament not only to Ford's engineering, but also to the care previous owners invested in it. The blue exterior likely shows some wear, older paint fade, scratches, perhaps a few dents, but trucks of this vintage are rarely purchased for show. They're purchased for durability, capability, and the assurance that they can still handle demanding tasks without complaint. The gray interior, though not described in detail, likely shows typical aging marks, but many owners of these trucks note that Ford's materials from this era age more gracefully than many competing brands. Overall, this 1996 Ford F-250 represents an opportunity for diesel enthusiasts, practical buyers, or anyone who appreciates the durability and straightforward engineering of 1990s Ford trucks. Whether someone wants a reliable daily driver, a ranch workhorse, a tow vehicle, or simply a classic heavy-duty pickup that can still perform, this truck offers remarkable value. With the right owner, it can easily continue operating for many more years and thousands of miles, maintaining the legacy of a generation of Ford diesel trucks widely considered among the most reliable ever built. Number 4. This 1999 GMC Sierra 1500 extended cab pickup, equipped with a 6.5-foot bed and listed for $3,000 in Matamoros, Pike County, Pennsylvania, stands as a strong example of the late 1990s GMC pickup trucks that helped cement General Motors' reputation for producing dependable, long-lasting, and highly versatile full-size trucks. Even after more than 2 decades on the road, this Sierra is described as running and driving exceptionally well, which is a meaningful statement considering how many trucks from this era were subjected to years of hard use, severe weather, and insufficient maintenance. This one continues to function as a reliable daily driver, suggesting that the previous owners likely kept up with necessary repairs and routine service. The presence of brand new tires on all four corners is a substantial plus, as tires dramatically influence ride quality, braking performance, traction on wet or snowy roads, and overall driving confidence. New tires alone represent a significant investment and immediately elevate the truck's usability and safety. In addition to new tires, the truck has been fitted with new brake pads and rotors, which is an essential update for any older vehicle. A refreshed braking system ensures strong, reliable stopping power and demonstrates the seller's commitment to keeping the truck roadworthy. Although the truck needs new CV axles, a relatively common wear item on older vehicles, especially those driven in regions with rough roads or variable weather conditions. The seller clarifies that this does not currently affect its drivability. Many mechanically inclined owners consider CV axle replacement one of the more manageable repairs, and parts are widely available at affordable prices. The truck does not have air conditioning, a detail potential buyers in warmer climates should consider. However, in many northern regions, including Pennsylvania, this is not a deal breaker, and plenty of older truck buyers still find vehicles perfectly usable without AC. Cosmetically, the truck shows minor rust, as almost all pickups from this era do, especially in states where road salt is used during winter. The seller notes that the rust is significantly less severe than what's commonly seen on similar trucks of the same age, suggesting the frame and body have remained relatively solid. This is crucial, as structural rust is often the deciding factor between a truck worth saving and one that's beyond practical repair. The Sierra's frame and body integrity are important indicators of longevity. GM trucks built in the late 1990s are known for strong frames and drivetrains that, when properly maintained, can exceed 250,000 miles or more. The seller's assertion that this truck has been used as a daily driver further underscores its ongoing reliability, and it also suggests that many components have likely been repaired or replaced over time, simply out of necessity. Trucks functioning as daily drivers are rarely allowed to fall into disrepair, which adds confidence for potential buyers. The interior and features are not described in detail, but extended cab Sierras from this era generally offer additional seating behind the main row, making the truck suitable for families, work crews, or buyers who occasionally need more than 2 seats. The 6.5-foot bed is the perfect middle ground between maneuverability and hauling capability, capable of carrying tools, lumber, equipment, furniture, recreational gear, or materials needed for home projects. The seller mentions they are open to trade offers, hinting at flexibility in the negotiation process and an understanding that older trucks often attract buyers with diverse needs. Some may want a work truck, others a weekend project, and some a reliable winter vehicle. At only $3,000, the truck sits at a highly attractive price point in today's rising used truck market, where many older pickups command much higher prices even in worse condition. The 1999 Sierra 1500 is part of a transitional era between the OBS trucks of the early 1990s and the early 2000s generation that introduced more rounded styling and modernized features. Trucks from this late 1990s period are valued because they combine the strong mechanical simplicity of older GM designs with more comfortable interiors and more refined driving characteristics. All things considered, this 1999 GMC Sierra 1500 Extended Cab is a compelling option for buyers seeking a dependable, easy-to-maintain, and well-running full-size pickup with new tires, a refreshed braking system, solid structural condition, and minimal rust. Whether someone intends to use it for work, personal transportation, or occasional hauling, it represents excellent value and showcases exactly why older GM trucks continue to hold a loyal following among truck enthusiasts, mechanics, and everyday drivers alike. Number 5. This 1994 Chevrolet 1500 regular cab pickup, priced at $6,000 and located in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, represents a classic era of Chevrolet engineering, a time when full-size pickups were built with simplicity, ruggedness, and longevity as their core design pillars. With only 130,000 miles, which is exceptionally low for a truck of this age, this Chevy 1500 stands out in a market where many comparable models have well over 200,000 or even 300,000 miles. The black exterior, clean and timeless, gives the truck a strong visual presence that maintains its appeal even 3 decades after leaving the factory. Trucks from the early to mid-1990s are increasingly sought after for their durability, straightforward mechanical layout, and the nostalgic charm of the GMT 400 platform, which many enthusiasts consider one of the best pickup truck generations ever produced by Chevrolet. Equipped with an automatic transmission, this truck offers smooth, predictable shifting and a relaxed driving experience suitable for city travel, highway cruising, or rural backroad use. The drivetrains on Chevy 1500 models from this era are renowned for standing the test of time, with many owners reporting hundreds of thousands of trouble-free miles when maintained properly. The regular cab configuration gives the truck a clean, classic silhouette and ensures a lightweight, nimble driving feel compared to extended cab or crew cab variants. This makes it especially appealing to buyers who appreciate simplicity, maneuverability, and the unmistakably iconic look of a two-door, full-size American pickup. The bed of the truck remains strong and functional, capable of handling everything from tools and construction materials to furniture, landscaping equipment, and weekend recreational gear. Many trucks of this age show bed were due to decades of use, but the seller's description suggests that the vehicle has been well maintained overall, likely meaning the bed remains structurally sound and free from serious corrosion. Chevrolet trucks from the GMT 400 era have a reputation for sturdy frames and dependable mechanical components, making them excellent candidates for both daily use and restoration projects. Inside the cab, the Chevrolet 1500 offers comfortable seating, simple controls, and durable materials designed for longevity. GM interiors from the early 1990s prioritize functionality over flash, and many owners appreciate how easy these trucks are to operate and maintain. The seats, dashboard, and instrument cluster all follow a design language built around practicality, with clear gauges, accessible switchgear, and an interior layout meant to withstand everyday wear. While the seller does not provide specific details about the interior's condition, the truck's low mileage strongly suggests limited long-term wear. Interior components from this era are also easy to source and replace if needed, thanks to abundant aftermarket support. As a full-size pickup with a clean, professional black exterior, low mileage, and a reliable mechanical foundation, this 1994 Chevrolet 1500 appeals to a wide range of buyers. It could serve as a dependable daily driver for someone needing a simple, rugged truck without the complexities of modern electronics. It could also be the perfect starting point for a custom build. Many enthusiasts modify GMT 400 trucks with lifted suspensions, custom paint, modernized interiors, or high-performance drivetrains. Others may simply appreciate the truck for what it is: a durable, trustworthy machine that has already proven its value over 30 years and still has the potential to serve reliably for many years to come. Given the rising demand for older American pickups, especially models with low mileage, clean lines, and strong running gear, this 1994 Chevrolet 1500 represents excellent value at $6,000. Trucks of this era have begun appreciating in value as collectors and younger buyers revisit the charm of older, analog trucks that feel more mechanical and connected to the road than their modern counterparts. Whether a buyer wants a practical work truck, a collectible classic, or a platform for performance upgrades, this Chevy 1500 stands ready to meet that need with reliability, style, and the unmistakable character of a true 1990s American pickup. Number 6. The 1994 Ford F-150 regular cab long bed pickup offered for $4,500 in Louisville, Bradford County, Pennsylvania, represents far more than just an older work truck. It reflects the enduring legacy of Ford's ninth-generation F-Series vehicles, known for their rugged reliability, simplicity of design, and long-term serviceability, making them highly desirable among drivers who appreciate classic American trucks that were built during a transitional era when durability, mechanical, straightforwardness, and genuine craftsmanship were central to the engineering philosophy. This particular example, a regular cab with a full-length long bed, has been thoughtfully maintained and subtly upgraded over the years in a way that preserves its original functionality while simultaneously enhancing its performance and everyday usability. The seller notes that the truck runs and drives well, which is a testament to the foundational strength of the F-150 platform, even though it does have a noticeable ticking sound coming from the transmission, an issue not uncommon in vehicles of this age, often related to bearing wear, gear lash, or internal resonance that develops over decades of use and thousands upon thousands of miles of shifting, hauling, and real-world operation. Importantly, the seller clarifies that this ticking does not impact drivability. Many seasoned truck owners will recognize this as one of those benign quirks rather than a critical mechanical failure, especially considering that these older transmissions, while not modern by today's standards, are quite forgiving when maintained and driven responsibly. What makes this truck stand out significantly from many others of its generation is that the engine has recently been rebuilt, and not only rebuilt, but improved with a comp cam and Hedman headers, both of which bring tangible upgrades to the vehicle's throttle response, torque curve, and exhaust note. A comp cam introduces a more performance-oriented profile that allows the engine to breathe better, improving mid-range power delivery without compromising reliability, while Hedman headers replace the restrictive stock manifolds with freer-flowing tubular steel runners that reduce exhaust back pressure, enhancing horsepower and giving the truck a deeper, more resonant sound that truck enthusiasts often seek. For someone who appreciates mechanical refinement or wants a truck that feels more lively than a stock 1994 F-150, these enhancements add considerable value and personality. The presence of a brand new clutch and throwout bearing adds another significant advantage, ensuring crisp, predictable gear engagement and reducing wear on transmission components during shifting, making this manual-equipped F-150 easier and more enjoyable to drive regardless of load or terrain. Additionally, the braking system has been fully redone, something that cannot be overstated in importance when evaluating a truck of this age, because reliable braking is crucial not only for safety but also for the truck's ability to haul, tow, or manage payloads confidently. Many older trucks on the market today require brake work, so having this major maintenance item already completed removes a substantial expense and provides peace of mind for the next owner. The inclusion of extra upper and lower intake parts and a pair of brand new front fenders further enhances the value proposition, especially for buyers who enjoy tinkering, restoring, or gradually bringing a classic truck closer to showroom condition. New fenders eliminate the most common rust issue found on older F-Series trucks, which frequently suffer corrosion around wheel arches in northern states due to road salt exposure. These parts allow a future owner to refresh the exterior without hunting down components or paying inflated prices at salvage yards. The long bed configuration, a defining feature of this model, extends the truck's utility substantially. The 8-foot bed offers ample cargo capacity for lumber, construction materials, ATVs, landscaping equipment, or farm supplies, making it ideal for contractors, hobbyists, or rural property owners who rely on their trucks as essential tools. Long bed trucks like this are increasingly sought after, as manufacturers in recent years have shifted toward shorter beds and crew cabs, making older long bed configurations less common on the used market. This truck's simple, straightforward design, featuring Ford's classic boxy geometry, durable steel frame, and no-nonsense engineering, makes it easy to repair, modify, or maintain using widely available aftermarket parts. In many ways, trucks from the early 1990s represent the last era before significant computerization and electronic complexity, giving them a timeless appeal among buyers who value mechanical accessibility. All these factors combine to present a vehicle that is not just functional today, but also full of potential for the future. For someone seeking a dependable work truck, this Ford is road-ready and capable of handling daily tasks with confidence. For someone looking to restore or customize, it provides a clean and mechanically improved canvas with upgraded power components already in place. Even for collectors of classic pickups, the 9th generation F-Series is steadily gaining recognition as a nostalgic yet practical platform. This 1994 Ford F-150 stands at the intersection of durability, affordability, and personality, offering a rare blend of honest utility, boosted engine performance, and thoughtful maintenance. Whether its next owner wants a reliable truck for hauling and farm work, a weekend cruiser with vintage charm, or the foundation of a long-term restoration project, this well-cared-for F-150 delivers a compelling balance of value and potential at an accessible price point. Number 7. The 2004 Ford F-150 FX2 pickup, offered at the extremely accessible price of $1,500 and located in Pleasantville, Atlantic County, New Jersey, represents an excellent opportunity for an enthusiast, hobbyist mechanic, or anyone who appreciates Ford's well-established legacy in the full-size pickup market to acquire a project truck with genuine potential for restoration, customization, or functional revival. Although the truck currently requires a transmission replacement, this issue, while significant, is far from uncommon on older F-150s from the early to mid-2000s, a period during which Ford produced some of its most iconic and best-selling trucks, known for their robust engines and overall longevity despite age-related mechanical failures. The FX2 trim itself offers a sportier two-wheel drive variant inspired by the more aggressive FX4 package, giving the truck a distinct styling presence through unique body cladding, sport accents, and a stance that appeals to buyers who want something more specialized than a base model pickup. Even though the truck is non-operational due to the transmission problem and must therefore be towed, it still presents considerable potential for someone who is looking for a project vehicle they can bring back to life gradually or all at once depending on their budget, skill level, and long-term vision. Ford's 2004 F-150s introduced a new generation with a stronger frame, improved suspension geometry, a more refined interior, and better crash safety, all of which contribute to this FX2 being a solid platform for anyone wishing to undertake a restoration. From a structural standpoint, the seller acknowledges that there is rust along the bottom of the truck, which is both expected and relatively common for vehicles in New Jersey and surrounding northeastern states due to road salt exposure during winter months. However, the rust described does not compromise structural integrity or safety and is typical of trucks of this age, often limited to rocker panels, lower doors, or wheel wells, making it manageable through patchwork, welding, or replacement panels, all of which are readily available in the aftermarket for reasonable prices. The truck's body otherwise appears to be in serviceable condition, providing a workable canvas for repairs, cosmetic improvements, or even a full exterior refurbishment, depending on the owner's preferences. The fact that the title is clean adds tremendous value, ensuring a straightforward transfer process without any of the complications that often arise from salvage or rebuilt titles, which can limit insurance coverage or resale options. A clean title also signals that the truck has not suffered extensive damage, been declared a total loss, or undergone major insurance-related interventions. Important considerations for those planning to invest time and money into restoring the vehicle. The 6.5-foot bed configuration enhances the truck's versatility, striking an excellent balance between maneuverability and cargo capacity. It is large enough to transport tools, lumber, equipment, or recreational items, yet compact enough to be practical for everyday driving, parking, and navigating suburban or urban environments. Once the transmission is replaced, the truck would likely return to reliable service, as Ford engines from this era are well known for their durability and ability to exceed high mileage thresholds with proper maintenance. For someone mechanically inclined, swapping the transmission could be an approachable weekend project, especially since used or remanufactured transmissions for the 2004 F-150 are widely available and often reasonably priced. Even if the buyer prefers to outsource the repair to a professional shop, the low purchase price leaves financial room to accommodate labor and parts without exceeding the value of the truck. Beyond the mechanical repairs, this FX2 presents an opportunity for those who enjoy personalization. Its sporty trim and distinctive styling cues make it an appealing candidate for custom wheels, upgraded exhaust systems, refreshed paint, or interior restoration. Project trucks like this often become deeply rewarding builds, evolving over time from non-running vehicles into deeply personalized machines that reflect the owner's creativity, mechanical capability, and automotive passion. In terms of functionality, once running, the FX2 can serve as a dependable daily driver, a secondary work truck, or a weekend cruiser, offering the power, comfort, and practicality that Ford trucks are known for. The 2004 model year is also significant, marking the introduction of a redesigned F-150 generation that included improved cabin ergonomics, stronger towing capability, and better chassis rigidity, all of which contribute to this truck's long-term viability and make it worth restoring. Enthusiasts often seek these early 2000s F-150s because they blend modern features with old-school robustness, making them easier to repair than heavily computerized modern trucks, while still offering comfort and features suitable for contemporary use. With a budget-friendly asking price of only $1,500, this truck represents a rare bargain, allowing a motivated buyer to step into the Ford truck community without a large initial investment. For someone who enjoys the hands-on satisfaction of reviving a mechanically distressed vehicle, this FX2 provides exactly the kind of approachable challenge that can ultimately lead to a rewarding, functional, and character-filled pickup. In many cases, buyers who take on trucks like this end up forming a lasting connection with their vehicles simply because the restoration process creates a sense of pride and personal attachment that cannot be purchased outright. Whether the next owner intends to restore it for personal use, customize it as a hobby project, rebuild it for resale, or simply bring it back to life as a practical work truck, this 2004 Ford F-150 FX2 offers an ideal foundation at a price point that encourages creativity, mechanical engagement, and long-term value. Number 8. The 1998 Chevrolet 2500 HD regular cab long bed, priced at $3,600 and located in New Martinsville, West Virginia, stands as a testament to the enduring durability and work-ready capability that defined Chevrolet's heavy-duty pickups of the late 1990s, a time when trucks were engineered with straightforward mechanical systems, thick-gauge steel, and a no-nonsense approach that prioritized strength, longevity, and ease of maintenance over luxury-oriented features. This particular 2500 HD, equipped with a reliable gasoline engine paired to an automatic transmission, has accumulated 200,000 miles of service, yet continues to demonstrate the robustness that these older Chevy workhorses are known for. Even with that mileage, trucks like this remain highly sought after among contractors, farmers, rural property owners, outdoor enthusiasts, and anyone who needs a dependable heavy-duty platform capable of handling demanding workloads, long towing sessions, or challenging terrain. The regular cab configuration combined with a long bed provides one of the most functional and versatile layouts available, giving the truck an expansive cargo area ideal for hauling lumber, equipment, tools, building materials, or even recreational gear such as ATV ramps, hunting supplies, or camping setups. Its simplicity and utilitarian design also make it a favorite among those who prefer vehicles that can be repaired with basic tools and straightforward mechanical knowledge rather than requiring complex diagnostics or dealership-specific technology. While the truck naturally shows cosmetic signs of age, such as rocker panel rust and a cracked dash, these issues are extremely common on trucks from this era, especially in regions exposed to moisture, winter road salt, and wide temperature fluctuations. Fortunately, rocker panels can be repaired or replaced relatively easily, and dash cracks, while visually noticeable, do not impact the truck's performance, safety, or operational functionality. What sets this particular unit apart, however, is the fact that the tires are nearly new, offering excellent tread life, and sparing the new owner from an immediate four-tire replacement, which can be expensive on heavy-duty trucks. Another noteworthy aspect is the air conditioning system, which is still functional but simply needs a recharge, a straightforward procedure for most shops or even for mechanically inclined owners who have access to the proper equipment. Many older heavy-duty trucks have non-functional AC systems that require complete component replacements, so having one that only needs a recharge is a meaningful advantage. Perhaps one of the strongest selling points of this truck is the fact that the 4x4 system works perfectly. Chevrolet's four-wheel drive systems from the late 1990s were built to handle deep mud, rough terrain, steep inclines, and snowy conditions with confidence and consistency, making this 2500 HD an ideal candidate for hunters, off-road enthusiasts, or individuals who frequently travel on unpaved or poorly maintained roads. The heavy-duty suspension, reinforced frame, and overall build quality complement the 4x4 system to create a vehicle that remains stable and predictable under load and across challenging ground. Though there is a minor issue with the driver's side interior door handle being detached from the rod inside the door, this is a small, inexpensive repair and does not affect the truck's ability to function as a daily work vehicle. Such interior wear is common on older pickups, especially those used for work rather than leisure, and replacement parts for Chevrolet trucks from this period are widely available both new and in salvage yards. Mechanically, the truck retains plenty of life in its powertrain, as Chevrolet's engines and transmissions from this era are known for their longevity when maintained properly. This makes the truck an excellent choice for someone who needs a dependable workhorse without the high cost of newer models. Modern heavy-duty pickups can easily exceed $60,000 to $90,000, even in basic configurations, making trucks like this 2500 HD valuable alternatives for buyers operating on practical budgets or those who prefer the simplicity and toughness of older American trucks. The versatility of this Chevy extends beyond work applications. It can serve as a dedicated tow vehicle, farm truck, hunting rig, rural property utility vehicle, or even a starter platform for customization projects. Some enthusiasts choose trucks of this era for off-road conversions, overlanding builds, flatbed conversions, or restoration projects that capitalize on the nostalgic appeal of 1990s American pickups. From an ownership standpoint, older Chevrolets such as this one are straightforward to maintain thanks to widely available parts, large aftermarket support, and an engine bay designed with access and serviceability in mind, something many modern trucks lack due to increasingly complex emissions systems and tightly packed components. Its blue exterior paired with a gray interior also gives the truck a classic, understated look that aligns well with its utilitarian purpose, and despite age-related cosmetic imperfections, it maintains an honest, authentic presence that reflects years of reliable service. For buyers who value function over appearance, this truck offers everything necessary to get back to work immediately, especially given the solid mechanical condition of the engine and drivetrain. Even individuals who prefer a project truck will find ample opportunity here for restoration, improvement, or personalization. At a price point of $3,600, this 1998 Chevrolet 2500 HD regular cab long bed sits squarely in the sweet spot between affordability and capability, offering a sturdy platform with proven reliability, functional 4x4 capability, strong hauling and towing potential, and only minor cosmetic issues that do not inhibit its performance. With minor investment in the AC recharge and small interior repair, this truck can easily continue serving for many more years, making it a dependable companion for work, adventure, or everyday utility. Ultimately, this truck embodies what many enthusiasts love about late 1990s American pickups: honest engineering, rugged construction, mechanical accessibility, and the ability to perform demanding tasks without hesitation, making it a compelling choice for anyone in need of a heavy-duty vehicle that won't break the bank. Number 9. The 2001 GMC 2500 HD extended cab short bed offered at $2,000 in Little Falls, New York, stands as an example of the robust engineering and heavy-duty performance that General Motors delivered during the early 2000s, a period when trucks were built with a focus on durability, work capacity, and drivetrain strength rather than luxury-heavy features or electronics that often complicate modern vehicles. This particular truck, showing 201,800 miles on the odometer, is powered by the legendary 8.1-liter Vortec V8 engine paired with the equally respected Allison automatic transmission, a combination widely recognized among truck owners, mechanics, towing professionals, and GM enthusiasts as one of the toughest and most reliable heavy-duty powertrains ever installed in a consumer pickup. The 8.1L, often compared to big block engines of previous decades, is known for producing enormous torque at low RPM and maintaining impressive reliability even under severe loads, making it a popular choice for those who tow heavy trailers, haul large payloads, or run equipment in demanding environments such as farms, construction sites, and rural properties. The Allison transmission, originally designed for medium-duty applications, elevates this truck even further, as it is engineered to handle high torque levels, heavy towing stress, and continuous operation, characteristics that have earned it a reputation for being nearly indestructible when properly maintained. The seller notes that despite the high mileage, the truck still runs very well and has been mechanically maintained, which speaks volumes about both the care it has received and the inherent strength of the GMC 2500 HD platform. In addition to its powertrain qualities, the truck has recently received important maintenance upgrades, including a new alternator and new brakes, both valuable improvements that reduce immediate ownership costs for the buyer and ensure better dependability right from the start. The alternator is crucial for heavy-duty trucks because they often power additional accessories or equipment such as plow setups, trailer brake controllers, lighting harnesses, or onboard electronics. A new alternator helps maintain consistent electrical performance across all systems. Likewise, the new brakes provide peace of mind for towing, hauling, or daily operation, as braking systems naturally work faster on heavy-duty trucks that regularly carry or pull substantial loads. The seller is transparent about the truck needing a new battery to become fully operational, which is a relatively minor issue considering the overall value of the vehicle. Once a battery is installed, the truck should start, run, and drive without major difficulty, given its described mechanical condition. The exterior of the truck, finished in tan, does show rust in certain areas, an expected characteristic for a 20-plus-year-old heavy-duty pickup operating in the Northeast, where winters, salted roads, and fluctuating temperatures contribute to corrosion over time. However, what makes this particular truck noteworthy is the seller's indication that while rust is present on the body, the frame and undercarriage remain very solid, which is increasingly rare for vehicles from this era. A solid frame dramatically increases the long-term usability and safety of the truck, making it a far more viable candidate for continued use, towing applications, or even future restoration work. Many older trucks suffer from frame rot or structural weakening that renders them unsafe or not worth repairing, but this GMC avoids those issues, giving it a significant advantage over similarly aged competitors. Inside, the truck features a black interior which, despite not being described in detail, likely retains the rugged simplicity common to early 2000s GMC heavy-duty models. Durable fabric or vinyl seating, straightforward gauge clusters, and practical storage spaces designed with work use in mind. Black interiors often age better aesthetically than lighter colors, and they are easier to keep clean for owners who frequently deal with dirt, mud, tools, or heavy-duty work environments. The extended cab configuration adds meaningful practicality, providing additional interior space for tools, gear, supplies, or extra passengers. Though not as spacious as a crew cab, extended cabs remain highly functional for both work and personal use, striking a balance between cargo bed length and interior convenience. Functionally, the truck's four-wheel drive system works perfectly according to the seller, a crucial detail for buyers who live in snowy climates, travel on rough rural roads, or require off-pavement capability for things like hunting, property maintenance, hauling equipment to remote sites, or navigating unpaved terrain. GMC's 4x4 systems from this era are known for their reliability and mechanical toughness, making them well-suited for intensive workloads. Additionally, the heater works very well, an important detail for New York buyers who endure long winters and require a truck capable of staying warm and dependable in extreme cold. The front end of the truck could use cosmetic attention, but this is common among older heavy-duty pickups and does not detract from the mechanical value offered by the drivetrain. Many buyers who seek out older GMC 2500 HD trucks do so specifically because they care about function over appearance. These trucks are often used as work vehicles, hauling rigs, plow trucks, trailer towers, or utility vehicles rather than showpieces. For such buyers, cosmetic imperfections are acceptable as long as the underlying mechanical systems remain strong. And in this case, the engine, transmission, and structural integrity all align with what experienced truck owners look for when purchasing an older heavy-duty model. At a cash price of just $2,000, this 2001 GMC 2500 HD represents an exceptional value, especially considering the presence of the 8.1L/Allison powertrain, which alone often commands more than the asking price when sold separately for swaps or replacements. The truck offers tremendous potential. It can serve as a dependable daily driver with basic upkeep, a dedicated tow rig for trailers, boats, or equipment, a rugged winter vehicle for harsh snow conditions, with a foundation for a restoration or customization project for those who appreciate the unique characteristics of early 2000s GM heavy-duty trucks. These vehicles have a dedicated fan base, and as newer trucks become more expensive and increasingly complex with electronics and emission systems, older models like this one are gaining renewed appreciation. Ultimately, this 2001 GMC 2500 HD extended cab delivers an appealing blend of mechanical strength, honest wear, functional capability, and long-term reliability, especially for buyers seeking a tough truck at a budget-friendly price. With a new battery, it is ready to drive home and continue the legacy of hard work for which GMC's heavy-duty line is known. Number 10. The 1997 Chevrolet Suburban 1500 being offered in Mohegan Lake, New York, for $2,000 presents an appealing opportunity for anyone seeking a full-size SUV that carries with it the rugged spirit, generous cargo capacity, and classic truck-based durability that defined a suburban lineup throughout the 1990s. A period during which Chevrolet's body-on-frame SUVs earned a reputation for long-term reliability, ease of maintenance, and an unmatched combination of size, power, and utility. This particular example is AK 1500 model equipped with a 4x4 drivetrain and Chevrolet's well-established 5.7-liter V8 engine featuring multi-port fuel injection, an engine configuration that is widely recognized among suburban owners, mechanics, and automotive enthusiasts for its predictable performance, strong low-end torque, and straightforward mechanical design that allows it to endure high mileage when maintained with even basic care. Paired with a smooth-shifting automatic transmission, this powertrain offers both on-road comfort and off-road capability, making the Suburban equally suited for daily driving, long-distance road trips, towing, or navigating rugged terrain. With 255,000 miles on the odometer, the vehicle has clearly been used extensively, yet the seller reports that it continues to run well, demonstrating the inherent durability and long service life commonly associated with this generation of Suburban. Vehicles from this era frequently exceed 300,000 miles, especially when equipped with the 5.7-liter Vortec engine, making this SUV a viable candidate for continued use or restoration even with its high mileage. One of the most important selling points of this particular Suburban is the fact that while it does need front-end work, the seller is including all necessary parts to complete the repair, dramatically reducing the cost and complexity for the next owner. Front-end issues on older Suburbans typically involve components such as ball joints, control arms, tie rods, idler arms, and bushings, items that were naturally over time, especially on vehicles that have carried heavy loads or spent time on rough roads. Having all required parts included simplifies the repair process and ensures that the buyer can address the issues immediately without needing to search for components or pay additional expenses. Even more impressive is the seller's note that the frame is solid, which is a significant advantage for a northeastern SUV of this age. Rusted or weakened frames are a common problem for older Suburbans, particularly in regions where road salt is used heavily during winter months. A solid frame provides the structural backbone necessary for long-term safety and drivability and helps maintain the vehicle's value as a potential restoration candidate. The seller also indicates that rust is present on the vehicle, but minimal, and importantly, that it is fully shown in the photographs provided, which means there are no hidden surprises or concealed corrosion, an important detail for buyers evaluating older trucks where unseen rust can quickly escalate into major structural or cosmetic problems. Externally, the SUV appears to embody the classic, boxy design language that made the Suburban a household name among families, adventurers, and work crews alike throughout the 1980s and 1990s. The body panels, even if aging, retain the utilitarian presence that defined Chevrolet's approach to SUV design during this era. Rugged lines, a confident stance, and an unmistakable silhouette that communicates the vehicle's capability. Inside, the Suburban offers a spacious and practical cabin, capable of seating multiple passengers comfortably thanks to its three-row layout, with substantial legroom, headroom, and overall space designed to accommodate families, work teams, or anyone requiring the flexibility of a large passenger vehicle. This interior design, though showing signs of age, remains functional, with ample cargo capacity behind the rear seats even before folding or removing rows. The Suburban provides the kind of interior volume that modern crossovers simply cannot match, and its versatility makes it suitable for road trips, hauling gear, transporting equipment, or modifying for recreational use. Whether used for camping trips, outdoor adventures, or utility needs on a large property, the Suburban offers substantial space and practicality. The 4x4 system enhances its value even further, allowing it to tackle snow, mud, rough trails, and unpaved roads with confidence. Chevrolet's four-wheel drive systems from this era are known for their uncomplicated design, durability, and reliability, making them well-suited for buyers who need a dependable SUV for winter driving or off-road conditions. The fact that the vehicle is drivable even in its current condition means that despite the required front-end work, its core mechanical components remain intact and operational. From a title perspective, the seller highlights that the vehicle comes with a clean title that is in hand, making the transaction straightforward and transparent. Clean titles are particularly important for older vehicles, as they indicate that the SUV has not been declared a total loss, undergone major insurance claims, or suffered catastrophic damage. This transparency, combined with the included repair parts and solid frame, significantly increases the Suburban's value as a project vehicle. The seller also mentions that they may be willing to part the vehicle out if necessary, which is an option for buyers who might be interested in using it as a donor vehicle for another project. Suburban components, particularly engines, drivetrains, interior parts, and 4x4 components, are frequently sought after in the used parts market due to their compatibility with a wide range of Chevrolet and GMC trucks and SUVs from similar years. For someone considering restoration, customization, or modification, this Suburban serves as an excellent foundation. Its classic architecture makes it suitable for various upgrades, including suspension lifts, off-road tire packages, camping or overland conversions, or even interior restorations aimed at returning it to its former family hauler glory. Enthusiasts often choose these 1990s Suburbans as project platforms because they strike a rare balance between vintage appeal and modern drivability. Many modern SUVs lack the rugged, body-on-frame construction that the Suburban provides, and buyers who prefer a tough, truck-based SUV often look to models like this one as alternatives to far more expensive contemporary options. The seller's firm stance on no trades simplifies the transaction, ensuring that the sale process remains direct and efficient. The asking price of $2,000, or best offer, makes this SUV highly accessible, especially given its included repair parts, operational condition, solid frame, and 4x4 capability. For someone looking for an affordable entry point into full-size SUV ownership, or for a mechanic seeking a project vehicle with strong long-term potential, this 1997 Chevrolet Suburban 1500 offers exceptional value. In summary, the vehicle stands as a classic example of Chevrolet's enduring craftsmanship, a rugged, capable, spacious, and mechanically straightforward SUV with a strong engine, solid structure, included parts for needed repairs, and 4x4 functionality that expands its usability.